She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready, 59. Mike's 59. I'm coming for you. You mine. Wide. Get wide. Deuce. Let's go.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first. Play, second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check 24.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch QB. Watch QB drop. 58.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Mike. Check. I'm coming after you. Mike's 59. It's our field.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's coming. Don't let go.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Trubisky will throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky to throw. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want to offer mine. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go.
Now it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now it's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
59. Check, 59.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, check, 59.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
58's the money. 58's the money weapon. Hey. Check 4. Trot. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Zip it. I got him.
So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got one. Mike, check. 59. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lock in. Safety's creeping.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert! Go!
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Haskins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check 49, check 49. 6 guys.
Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Out of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to... Fourth down.
I know he felt that one.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And a dump off to White. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Haywood. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 56 to Mike.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Move. Hey, exit.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down, Chicago.
Move.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Alert. You ain't got nothing. Check 99.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike, check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Right here.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now this time, he'll look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 85 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 26. Check 26. 59. Check.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Bryce Love. Incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action with Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. his second touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterbacks upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery taking it in. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 59's Mike. 59's Mike.
2nd down, Haskins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.